We're going to go ahead and kick this thing off, guys, right here in my kitchen. This is not one of those banners behind me. This is actually really a brick wall, and I hope that the lighting is good so you can see me. But my story, my name is Will Weaver. I was a teacher and head football coach for 16 years. Love what I did. I love having a chance to make a difference in young men's lives and teach them how to have character, integrity, how to grow up. And some of them didn't have dads in their lives. They didn't have men in their lives that would hold them accountable. And that's was my mission, was to do that. And I loved it. And I did it for 16 years. Ended up working so hard. I was very competitive. I always wanted to win, just like I do in this. In anything I do, I became very imbalanced, and I ended up going through a divorce. I was one of those guys. I was going to be married one time. Never in a million years thought I would end up divorced. And I remember waking up in a small studio apartment looking at a wall and thinking, how in the world did I end up in this situation? I know there's people out there that go through changes in lives all the time, whether it be divorce, whether it be losing a job, whether it be just making some mistakes in life and maybe not achieving what you think you're capable of achieving. But the good thing I like about this is you get to wake up the next day and you get to make decisions that can change the rest of your life. So I had a buddy, and thank goodness he never gave up on me. His name is John Morris. He prospected me. Seriously, guys, I'm not making this up. He prospected me for 1 year straight. You know what I did? I didn't answer his calls. I didn't answer his texts. I didn't answer his emails. When I saw that he would message me on Facebook, I tried to get off Facebook real quick, like I didn't see the message. That's where I was, because I was busy. I didn't think that I had time to do anything else. In option number one, I got started. John Morris, I said, you know what, Christina? I said, John, send me some products. I'll take a look at it. Because option one was to continue being a head football coach. I was going to be an assistant basketball coach. I was going to be assistant baseball coach. And I was going to stock shelves at Walmart. I remember I saw the application right there, and I was about to fill it out because I was going to stock shelves. And you know what? You do what you got to do to get by. That's very important. I mean, you do what you got to do to get by. And I was going to for my daughters. I've got two beautiful daughters. They're 12 and 10, and they're my world. And now this opportunity here, I actually met my wife in this company. So not only do I have my daughters I'm working towards, I've now got a family also to where we're working together in this. What better way to work with your spouse than do something that you guys can do together? That you guys can do together. We rarely have a job to where we can say, you know what, I'm going to hire my spouse. You're hired. With this, you can hire your spouse. You guys can work together. One of you can work a little bit while the other one watches the kids, vice versa. Using this online thing is pretty cool. Joanne, you and Bob do it as good as anybody, working together as a group. But so that's my story. I got into this. I dedicated 10 hours a week. For 1 year. I didn't know how it would work. I didn't know what networking was. I didn't know that I wanted to do it. I didn't know that I would be good at it. All I knew is John wouldn't leave me alone. But finally, John got a hold of me when the timing was right. That's what we got to remember, is when the timing is right, if you've dripped on people the right way and you hadn't given up on them, you may be that blessing that they're waiting on. You may be that answer to the prayer last night as they went to sleep, and they prayed for an opportunity. They prayed for a product. They prayed for inspiration. They prayed for time freedom to spend with their kids. You may be that solution. So never give up on people. Never give up on people. So anyway, by doing it 10 hours a week, I got excited. I was doing three-way calls during school, my weight training classes. One day they had heard me do so many calls going back and forth from the school that they said, you know what, Coach? What is this that you do? And I said, okay, guys, we're not lifting weights today. I'm going to show you what network marketing is. You won't be taught this in a business class. You won't be taught this in the community, but sit down. I remember us sitting down in the weight room, and I got on the board and I said, guys, this is what I didn't know. I didn't understand it. And I went through it. And you know what? There's a couple of those guys that eventually I think will end up either not only maybe joining this company, but may go on to join another company. May find a good fit for them. But I worked this business 10 to 15 hours a week. And in 14 months, I doubled my teaching income. I love teaching and coaching. Don't get me wrong. Teachers, you guys have a very, very important job out there. But what I knew is that when I was teaching, I knew what I was going to make this year. I knew what I was going to make 10 years from now. I knew what I was going to make 20 years from now. I knew that I was going to retire on 70% on what wasn't paying the bills right now. I knew I was going to get an Apple and maybe a watch when I retired that said, hey, you've really done a good job right there. And then try to ride off into the sunset where I probably got to go get another job. So anyway, that's where I was. So when I went in and I told my principal, because guys, I had it made. I taught 2 or 3 classes. I had lunch duty. At 12 o'clock, I was done for the rest of the day. I had my own radio show. We raised $50,000 or $60,000 a year for football alone. I had a school car if I wanted to take recruits somewhere. I mean, I had it made. You could not have had a better job than what I had. So anyway, when I saw the opportunity to go full-time in this, and I said, you know what if I put everything that I put in teaching and coaching into this opportunity, what could happen? So I stepped out on a ledge. I remember telling my principal that I did up a resignation letter because I met with Chris Estes, the #1 earner in the company. I drove all the way to Louisville and I had 20 questions for him. And he'll still tell you it was one of the most powerful meetings he's ever had. And I had those 20 questions that I asked. And when I got finished, I knew that I was going to go for this because you know what? There's a couple times in life we have a chance to really go for something. To really go for something. Status quo is not what we're made of. Now, I'm not saying that everybody on here has to go full time and do network marketing and do this company full time. No, we have lots and lots of people that continue their full time job. They do this part time and can add an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, which changes their lives. It gives them a chance to maybe send their kids to college, maybe put away some money so that their wife can stay home with the kids so that they're not being raised by daycare. So $500 to $1,000 a month can change most American households. Did you know that the #1 reason for divorce nowadays is financial stress? The #1 divorce is financial stress. Let me get back at where I was going. I forget sometimes. I get so excited. But so I went back and I told my principal, I did up my resignation. I said, thanks for everything you've done. We put 19 kids in college in 5 years on scholarship when I was down there through networking. And when I gave her that resignation, she started crying. And I remember it like it was yesterday. She started crying. And I about started crying myself because I didn't know for sure that this is going to work the way that it has. But I knew I had a vision. I knew I had a burning desire to have more than I had. I had a burning desire to have more for my kids than what I had. So I went full time with it. That was 4.5 years ago. Now, this right here is a $500,000 earner ring. And now I'm getting close to the $1 million earner mark. Getting close. It's not there yet, but I'm working toward it. Okay, never in a million years would I thought that I would have been able to do this, but I got excited. I had a vision. I stayed consistent and I went for it. Now, the good thing about this company is it's made up of people that have never done network marketing before, the majority of us. Now, there's some that have and are really excited because they finally found an opportunity to where they'll never have to do another company. I'll talk about that here in just a minute. So, most of the people that are making money in this company had never done networking before. Reason is we have a simple system, easy to duplicate. We have products that are unmatched anywhere. that we'll talk about. Now, what is network marketing? When I first got in, I said, man, what the heck is network marketing? I don't even understand it. Network marketing is where you take something that you believe in strongly. You can look someone in the eye, you can shake their hand and say, this is what it's done for me. These are some stories that you can listen to. This is another teacher that's done what you can do. This is a stay-at-home mom just like you that's had some great experiences with it. This is a person that had some health conditions, the same ones that you have. You might want to hear their story. So taking those stories and letting someone else hear it. And now what I'm doing is building a customer base for a company. Now, you don't make money unless products get shipped out. But as you start adding people to your group and get excited and start plugging in and helping them share it, then you start growing a residual income. So when products get shipped out, they ship you a check. My first check was $30-something. And when I got it, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because, man, he told me that if I enrolled somebody on this, if I told them my story, that they would send me a check. And I remember a $30-something check. And I was a little bit nervous on taking that check down to the bank because I thought, man, will they really cash this? Is this play money? What is this? And when they cashed it and I saw it in my bank account, I got excited about it. And I said, you know what? Now I just got to talk to more people and get a bigger check. So now, I mean, it's crazy that when you can wake up in the morning and you see that your residual income has went up and you don't even know how it went up. And you say, man, while I was sleeping last night, somebody chose some products that was going to make a difference in their life. Heck, I don't even know how I got paid. This person knows this person that out in California enrolled a few people. Man, oh, Canada's in the house too, Australia. Dang. I'm getting paid while I sleep, residual income. There's nothing like it. Until you've had residual income, you really don't understand it, I'm telling you. So that's what network marketing is. What are some of the benefits of network marketing? You get to help people. If you like helping people, then this is for you because you have a chance to help a lot of people. Also, the mentors. You get around other people that are successful in life. So when you can get around people that make you better, it's a whole lot better than getting around people that make you bitter. Getting around people that pull you down, that don't want you to have success. But when you get around people that say, you know what? I want to be where that person is, and they're willing to mentor me and help me get there. You know what? I can actually start reading books. When I got started with this, I'd read 2 books, I think, my entire life. I'd read Old Yeller and what was the other one? The Outsiders. And that's because they made us read them in school. Now, I've got a whole bookshelf over there of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books. Not saying I've read them all, but I've read a bunch of them. And it's made a difference in my life. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm dang sure not where I was. Okay, we continue to grow as we go along. Another thing is the startup costs. I've owned a traditional business. I understand overhead. Having a chance to open up a traditional business, you talk about nerves. You got to have guts to do it. But second of all, you got to pay salaries. You got to pay advertisement. You got to hope to get people in. You got to pay insurance. You got to do all that. And you know what? You got to show up from the time they open to the time that they close down. And even after they close, you're still sitting in there thinking, how can I get people in here? And I'm going to tell you, I did that in Nashville. And guys, that is one of the most stressful things I've ever done in my life. And I looked in the mirror many times and I said, you dummy, what are you doing? You got a chance to make life-changing, unlimited income. Life-changing, unlimited income. Oh, your startup cost was nothing. Your overhead, the most you can ever spend is $200 a month to maximize the compensation plan. What were you thinking? But you know what? Now, when I go out and I talk to other business owners, I feel their pain. I understand their pain. So I can look them in the eye and say, listen, I work with a company that helps take away overhead for business owners. You don't know how many times I've told people that, and I mean that. I work with a company that helps take away overhead for business owners. Anyway, I got excited, guys, about network marketing, the time freedom also. When you have a residual income coming in and You can now go to your kids' ball games. You can do things that you wouldn't normally do because my boss didn't tell me I got to be there. We didn't meet the quota. Okay, I can go to my kids' games now. I can travel. My wife spends a couple weeks out of the month in North Carolina. I can jump on a plane or in a car and I can go down there and visit with her. And you know what? I can also recruit people and build people in that area. And I can write the whole thing off. It's pretty cool being able to do that with the tax write-offs. I will tell you this, if you do not own a home-based business, you're paying way too many taxes. One thing I tell people sometimes, what if the government paid you to get healthy? Everybody says, yeah, how does that work? How does that work? You know what? You're going to take a nutritional product. You're going to share with a few people. You're going to write everything off. How about that? You get healthy. You have a write-off. And you might even get some free products out of it. Who knows? It's very important to do. So why Zija? So the thing is, when you understand network marketing, okay, and we've talked about all the benefits of network marketing and the freedom, the low startup costs, the tax breaks, all that stuff, mentors, getting excited. You better, if you pick a network marketing company, pick a company that's going to be around. That's very important. One of the most important things you'll ever do, Robbie, in your life is pick a company that's going to be here 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now. That's so important because you can put everything you have into a company, and if that company doesn't have a leader with a track record that's going to keep that company around, then you're going to end up starting over again, and that's not fun. We've got some people in this company that have started over again, not because they left their company, but because their company left them. And they're excited to be where they are right now in a legacy opportunity to have a chance with products that are unmatched. Now, Zija started off with a little green can, Moringa. If you were to Google healthiest plant on earth, Moringa Oleifera, there is no second, not even close. That's a fact. There's all kinds of validation out there, but we grew into from a little small green can into 4 product lines. Now we have the core Moringa weight loss lines. We have the sports nutrition lines. We have the everyday use skincare lines, and we also have an essential oil line unmatched. So you have 4. So it's like walking in the battle, and you got a gun, you got a grenade, you got a machine gun, you got air up here dropping bombs. I mean, you've got everything you need to be able to build an income because different things interest different people. So you have lots of different things to get people interested. Leadership-wise, Ken Brailsford, who started this company, is an icon in network marketing. He's started 2 other companies, been around for over 40 years, the other one over 30 years. And I'm going to tell you right now that this company with Ryan Palmer, Jerem Dasford, Victor, Andrew, all those guys in corporate is going to be here 30, 40 years from now. Coach James, they're going to be here, buddy, 30, 40, 50 years from now. And I'm excited about that. And I'll go to war for those guys. We have a great foundation. The timing is now. Timing is everything. Legacy companies between year 10 and 15 is when they hit their momentum. Why? Because they've got all the potholes out of the road. They got them filled in with cement. They got the signs up. We know where we're going. We know that we have a natural health revolution. We know that all those kinks have been worked out. The compensation changes have been done. They're already done. Year number 11, we're a debt-free company. We're moving forward. We're an international opportunity with consumable products that people take over and over and over and over again. And 8 out of 10 people in this company are just customers because the products work. So there you go. You have a legacy company, the right time, and the time is now. So let's talk a little bit about recruiting and prospecting. I've been in this company 6 years, was the recruiter of the year in 2013 for the company. I've recruited about 240 people, but who's counting? Some of them have actually not even in the system anymore because I put them in 5 or 6 years ago and they didn't stick with it like some people don't. But anyway, why do I continue to prospect? Why do I continue to prospect daily? There's 2 reasons why I continue to prospect. Number 1 is I want to walk away income. I want to be a guy on the beach with my family, with my wife, sipping on girly drinks, if that's what I want to do, traveling the world, going and watching my daughters play college, softball, volleyball, whatever they decide to do. I want to have a walk away income one day. So I'm not going to put my future in someone else's hands by stop recruiting. I'm going to continue recruiting because I love helping people. I love solving problems for other people. Number two, I'm going to lead the way for my team. If I'm going to have my team out here recruiting and telling them they got to get new blood, you know what? I'm going to continue doing so myself. So I'm going to try to lead the way by helping my team lead the way also. You've got to have a vision that is unshakable. Your vision, no one can steal it. No one can change it. You've got to take your why, whatever it is, that's going to be your engine to drive you forward. And it's like a pickup truck going through a big swamp. Nothing is going to stop it. My why is so strong, you couldn't pay me to stop. If you were to send me $500,000 tonight and tell me you get out of that company, okay, and I'll send you $500,000, I'm not going to say on camera what I tell you, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I see the long-term vision of this thing. So it's our jobs as distributors to kind of drip a little bit at a time. Our job is to get people to the show, to show them the information. If it's not for them, it's all good. It's all good. I tell people all the time, I say, listen, man, we're good friends. I feel obligated to show this to you. If it's not for you, it's all good. We're still going to go eat chicken wings. We're still going to go out to eat sometimes and hang out or do whatever. I don't care if you do it. All I care is that you look. That's all I care. If you take a look and it's not for you right now, okay, we're good. I'm not going to keep on over and over at you until next month. Next month, I'll drip on you again. So when the timing is right, 5 people that you're looking for. Now, you're going to use social media. This is a great way right here to prospect people. LinkedIn, Facebook groups, 3-way chats, 3-way messenger. It's a great way to do it. But also there's 5 people that you're looking for, and I'm going to end on this. 1, people with health and weight loss. You know what time of year it is? It's about that time where we start over again and people look in the mirror and say, I need to get some of this weight off. I need to release some of this weight. So right now, if you're not prospecting like crazy, or if you're not in, you've got people that you're going to come across that are going to be setting New Year's goals. You better get them in, or somebody else is going to get them in. You have an opportunity. So health and weight loss. Number 2, people that are in pain. There's lots of people out there that through great nutrition have benefits from pain. So you're looking for people with aches and pains and things like that, looking for people looking for income. You know what? You can see that someone might need to lose some weight or might be in some pain, but you can't see their bank accounts. You can't look at someone driving a fancy car, doing those things. A lot of times those people are broke on Fridays. They're broke right after payday. So don't assume that someone isn't open to extra income. Even people out there that make a lot of money are still open to extra income because it allows them to do things with that money in a generous way to help other people out. Also, time freedom. We're looking for people with time freedom. Coach Ron James, if you guys hadn't seen his before and after, it's crazy. It's nuts. It doesn't even look like him. And the next thing is inspiration. You're looking for people that just like helping people, that just want to be a part of a positive movement. And the natural health revolution is making changes. We're changing lives daily. You've got a whole support personnel, 2 apps that you can use to prospect, this Facebook group right here. And guys, it's been a pleasure sharing my heart with you tonight and going through some of this information. If I can ever do anything to help you out, if you ever need any tips, any questions, reach out to me. Again, you guys have a great night. Continue to promote to these each night, not only the product ones, but the business ones, because the next 10 days are going to be insane. Some people are going to get some free products. Some people are going to get some free businesses. So make sure you're prospecting to that. Have a great holiday. We'll talk to you soon. God bless. Good night.